The Meg. Movie starring Jason Statham, Rainn Wilson, Li Bingbing, Winston Chow and Sophia Kai. Directed by Jon Turteltaub. Opens Friday at major theaters, plus Thursday previews. 113 minutes. 14 A consumer alert, The Meg is not a Meg Ryan biopic, as enticing as that may seem. No, it's a jazz knockoff designed to give Jason Statham meaningful employment where he can grunt heroically and cash a check bearing many zeros, now that he has reached the Steven Seagal phase of his career. Article continued below. The title refers to a 75-foot-long prehistoric shark called Megalodon, just plain Meg to family and friends, unleashed from the sea's briniest depths by man's folly. Possessing a voracious appetite, it's willing to chow down on everything from expensive submersibles to aging action heroes, if the opportunity arises. Also potentially on the menu in this shameless sushi chase are a precocious young moppet named Mei Ying, Sophia Kai, and a sweet little doggy named Pippin. Statham plays deep-sea rescue diver Jonas Taylor, who spotted the Meg years earlier while attempting to save a bunch of submariners in impossible underwater conditions. Accused of losing his cool and telling whopper fish stories, he's shamed into becoming a beer-swigging bum on a Thailand beach. He evidently keeps up his iron pumping, however, since a doctor declares him in perfect shape to rescue a submersible trapped 11,000 meters below the Pacific Ocean, the crew of which happens to include Jonas' ex-wife Jessica McNamee. Oh, and the sub is being stalked and blocked by the Meg, whom people now believe exists. This is just one of many eye-rolling narratives of this full-tilt boogie directed by National Treasure's Jon Turteltaub, whose screenwriting committee adapted a 1997 novel by Steve Alton. Made more for the Asian market than the North American one, there's frequent use of subtitled Chinese dialogue. The film plays like a family adventure with a giant nuisance fish messing things up. Jason Statham in the Meg. AP. The commendably diverse cast includes Li Bingbing as plucky marine biologist Shuyin, mom to moppet Mei Ying, who is every bit Jonas' equal in the reckless bravery department. The two of them take turns diving into the water to confront Meg, who comes around whenever the action starts to slow. There may even be hope for romance. Sujin spots Jonas strutting his sculpted form while wearing only a bath towel, as one does on emergency rescue expeditions. Also on board the rescue ship is Winston Chow as Sujin's oceanographer Dead Dr. Zhang, who makes wise observations about man's reckless treatment of Mother Nature. This is typified by the frat boy behavior of Zhang's benefactor. Also on board, he's a billionaire played with smirking amusement by Rainn Wilson, who can't seem to decide whether he's a sympathetic philanthropist or a rapacious capitalist. Article continued below. Jonas is the man of the hour, of course, since Statham's name leads the marquee. He's a master of understatement. Not good, he says, after Meg capsizes and nearly sinks a ship he's on. He also has a punning way of stating the obvious. She's in way over her head, Jonas declares, when Shuyin goes for a dangerously deep dive. All this, and shark attacks, too, both of the monster size and regular size. The Meg isn't terrible, which isn't the same as saying it's good, and there are a couple of decent action scenes. One of them involves Jonas becoming accidental shark bait, pulled by a rope as a ship speeds away from a pursuing Meg, although didn't we see something like this in Jackass? And imagine the beach clearing scene in Jaws multiplied by 10, as Meg arrives at a crowded Chinese resort area called Sanya Bay. It's good, but it serves to remind us how much the da-dum score of Jaws added to the tension of Spielberg's classic fishtail. There's all this and more in the Meg, although sadly no Meg Ryan. Perhaps they're saving her for the sequel, co-starring with Pooch Pippin, The Meg 2, Pause for Revenge.